just have.
Yeah, I could do it.
Alright. I'm gonna chill for a second and then I'm gonna take care of some.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm about to start working on it right now.
Okay, great.
Alright. So, I'm about to just real quick make a character while everyone's waiting. I have to find a link. Boom, easy. I had like, I'd say a good month or two to make one, but I don't want to. I was doing other stuff. Let's see. Name. Let's see. What genres are we using again? Like sci-fi, right?
The genre?
Yeah.
No, it's fantasy.
Oh, okay. Fantasy name.
When are we starting? Whenever Chegon's done making his character. Alright.
Oh god, everyone's waiting on me. Alright, now we get Dark Elf. Alright, I'm on the level part. We're starting at level 9, right?
5.
5? Alright. Alright, I'm gonna be a Dark Elf.
Alright, no problem. Do you know what class?
No, what do you think I should get?
It's completely up to you. Do you like tanking? Like, do you like being able to like protect, or do you like magic, or like just like fighting and stuff?
Actually, could I get like a healer role?
Oh, what?
A healer role?
A healer role? Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
That would probably be like a cleric.
Oh, okay.
Are you using a role that I gave you, or you make it from scratch?
I just used the link you sent.
All right, awesome.
Hey, what's good, y'all?
What's up?
Huh?
Yo, did y'all see the Harley Quinn drawing I posted in Finished Works?
Yeah, I see it.
We're about to play Dungeons and Dragons.
I was wondering why y'all was.
Oh my god, Drake.
Oh my god, dude.
You
It's me, your senpai.
You can stay if you want.
I mean, I was gonna stream one of my games if y'all wanted to watch it.
Yeah, we can watch it.
Play RPG.
So
it probably would not.
I'm gonna see y'all later, I guess.
All right.
Can y'all explain what a bond is?
A bond? Yeah.
Yeah, like.
On the sheet, so a bond is like a relationship that you have to another character. So you can make one up, or you can ask me to make a bond for you.
I don't mind if y'all do.
You don't mind what?
I don't mind if y'all do.
Alright, I'll do it for you. What's your character's name?
Peyton.
Peyton?
Yeah.
Sick.
It's the coolest name ever, dude.
Okay, so we got Peyton.
Yep.
Then we got Drixon. I have your sheet, so I have your name. Yeah, both y'all's. Okay, so you got your bonds.
Okay. Companion or ideal bond. What is my character's ideal?
Everyone else's sheets pulled up. We got Voldra, Tristan, and Peyton. That's sick.
I think my character is gonna be someone that wants to explore the map to its fullest because they're curious, but they're pushovers, so they can't. Their bond. I'm gonna leave that empty for now, just because I'm gonna leave that up to the D. And what the fuck is this section? Let's see. Custom ability scores. I don't think this. I need to get PDF. All right, it's done. I'm about to share the link.
All right, sweet.
Yeah, I tried to get a PDF, but it didn't. I can't get
You
that.
got a PDF?
Hmm?
You got a PDF, you said?
Yeah, I tried to get one, but I can't get it.
It's okay. As long as I can access it, it's fine.
Cool.
Yo.
You didn't even take a screenshot.
Yeah, because it's not really.
All right. Yeah, I got you. Hmm. I wish I didn't close this. Oh no. Let's see. Oh wait. Straight. Jesus Christ. All right, let's see if this works. All right, yep. That's it. We did it.
All right. Perfect. Now I have all three. I've collected all three magical artifacts. All right, perfect. This looks good. It's a really fancy looking sheet.
You said it looks fancy.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. Sick. Okay, so you all mentioned that you don't know how to play D&D, right?
Yeah.
All right. So for everybody, it's a role-playing game, which means you have to talk, of course. And how it works is that I'm gonna give you a scenario, via storytelling, and you're gonna just say what your character would do in that situation. And sometimes you'll want to do something that your character's ability to do might come into question. For example, let's say that you're in a room and you want to push a crate that's full of like armor or really heavy objects. I would ask you to make a skill check. And what that is that if you look at your character sheets, you have a bunch of stats. You have like strength, dexterity, etc. And how you make that check is that you roll a 20-sided die. You can do this with Google. I think I'll just send the link to everybody. You will roll a 20-sided die, and you will think this will work. Well, you guys, let me know if you click this link and you get to the Google Dice roller. If not, you can just search like roll a dice in Google, and it'll do the same thing.
All right.
But you'll roll a 20-sided die. Yeah. Oh, I thought you said something. So yeah, you roll a 20-sided die, and you will add what's called your modifier, which is the little like +1, +2 next to your character's statistics. And that total is your check. And if your check passes, then you can successfully do the task. If it's somewhere in the middle, maybe you'll do the task successfully, but at a caveat. If you fail the check, you don't do the task, and you could have an adverse situation come out of that. So with the crate example, let's say the check was 15. If you roll a 19, yeah, you push it over. If you roll a 2, maybe you don't push it over, and you also sprain one of your muscles trying to do it, which will have its own effects. If you roll a 1, that's called a critical failure, and that means that there's no possible way you're succeeding from that task, and you might have some kind of grave consequence. If you roll a 20, that's called a natural 20. You don't have to add any modifiers to that. And I will actually ask you how you want to complete that task, if that so happens, so you can achieve all of your goals. Does anybody have any questions about that? Because that's pretty much the most important part of D&D.
No, that makes sense. All right, cool. Number 2, the second thing is I personally, as a DM, just have some like regular house rules, which is while we're playing, this is obviously like it's fictional role play, but we are having like a fantastical adventure kind of thing, and so I might describe some things in detail, and if you are uncomfortable with anything that I'm saying, not that I'm going to say like something like grotesque, but like some people have weird like phobias and things like that, and this is a fantasy like action kind of thing. So if you feel like you don't want me to continue with a certain scenario, or like something's going on, or a good example is that like some people really don't like slime monsters. If we have an encounter like that and you don't like it, just tell me to stop, and I will segue the adventure onto something else. You can also like feel free to like DM me like things that you like, topics that you don't want like discussed. This one shot is pretty like lighthearted, so you're probably not gonna go through any of that, but that's just like regular house rules. And then the third thing is that the third thing is combat. So we might get into fights in the adventure, and I will explain the rules of combat as it comes, but it is turn-based, which means that there might be some periods of time where you're not going to be doing as much because you're waiting for somebody else to finish their turn. Luckily, this group is pretty small, so we're probably not going to have that problem. All right. Anything about that there's questions about? No, I'm all good.
Yeah, I'm just ready to start. All right, awesome. Okay, okay. So that you can role play as much or as little as you want. I'm gonna go by the vibe of the group. So if you guys aren't talking a lot, I'm just gonna keep storytelling. But hopefully we can have fun. So, game starts. Oh, actually, the final thing is that once I say that the game has started, if you say something and you don't specifically mention that you're saying this out of character, I might take it literally within the game. So just be mindful of that. It'll be funny, but like some people don't like catch on very quickly. So just make sure that you tell me that you're saying this out of character, so I don't have an NPC like, "What do you mean grilled cheese?" Like, okay, all right. Game starts now. So it's a rainy day in the town of Tacklebox. It's always rainy in Tacklebox because for the past 3 months or so, there's been a monsoon that has kind of sodden the dirt and the ground. And so there's such a dour mood over this city that you all reside in or are passing through. The ground is muddy, the pavement is slippery. As you guys walk around, you see people slip and slide on the kind of cracked, not very well maintained stone pavement. Even the temple at the far end of the town, usually it's a statue of a woman with her hands out. And usually those hands hold like they are big enough to. It's wet. Nobody is having a good time except for you guys because you guys are all stationed within a tavern called the Broken Egg, which is nice and warm. There's a fireplace kind of crippling about. Everybody's huddled. I want to go ahead and let's zoom in on.
The best thing I'll be doing now is isolating myself and my Twitch. Give me a second.
Can you increase your volume or something?
Is this better?
Yeah, it's a little better. Yeah, it's good now.
Okay. I see that my character will be isolating themselves. And like somewhere to be alone.
Somewhere to be alone? Okay. Okay. So you kind of isolate yourself. There's a nice, like, slightly damp but not yet wet spot in the corner where nobody has decided to be, and you can see them in the you can kind of take that spot. Within the rest of the tavern, though, it's not super lively. It's kind of like a little bit. I wouldn't say the mood is dreary, but it's like nobody's having fun because it's so wet. And so, is there anyone here who is a little more chipper? Is anyone like enjoying like the above average drinks that the town is known for? Is anyone or either of you, Peyton or Tristan, do you guys enjoy like the soft lyre music that's played in the corner?
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I go there. I go there.
I would like.
I go there every Thursday.
You come here every Thursday? Okay.
Yeah, I love it here.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, it's not a bad place. Like it's not the worst, but it's not the best. And I guess for some of you, you might call it home, right?
Exactly. That you just put the words in my mouth.
Right. Exactly. How about you, Tristan? Is this a regular spot for you?
Yes, because I love the warmth inside the tavern and love looking out the window and seeing people fall. It's very fun for me.
Okay. Okay, so Tristan, you're looking out the window, and there's like sometimes the country guard comes through this town just because they are required to like give rations to the people. And you see one of the knights in this like big old like shiny metal armor. He's got a cape on, and he's like walking all dignified. And then you see him like trip over like a tiny pebble, and he falls right on his face. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you guys are all going about you're going about your regular routines, and a little bit into the lyre music and the drinks and everything. The doors slam open, and water kind of rushes into the tavern, startling each of you from your respective places. And a dwarf with a kind of knight's armor insignia on her chest um, barges in, and she's like, "Okay, everybody, get to the walls." And she starts to bang her hammer onto the side of the door, and you can tell this is not normal. Because people are actually reacting to it. You have drunkards and everything come in all the time, but you've never had a member of the Knights Guard come in and try and get everybody to stay still. There must be something going.
I immediately listen to each and everything they say. No questions asked.
Okay, so you just kind of like sit up at attention.
Yep. I
All
don't
right,
want no problems.
all right, understandable. Say that one more time.
You gotta listen just to what they say for now.
You're gonna listen to? Okay.
I grin at her and say, "Yes, ma'am," and listen.
Okay. So she takes her hammer and she sets it down right next to her. And it's tall enough. It's got a tall enough handle for her to like kind of lean against it. So you can tell like despite her authority, she's not like a like rigid like uppity kind of dwarf. She just needed to get your attention, and so she does this and she says, "I am Natalia Birthright, first guard and first captain of the Knights of the country, and I have an announcement to make. We are coming to end the monsoon today. No more rain for any of you. Okay, that's something to cheer for, right? Provided that we get some new recruits to help us sort this out."
While she's talking, I look for a weapon I can use to attack.
You want to attack her?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Okay, sure. You can look for a weapon. I want you to. This is gonna be a roll. You're gonna roll investigation, which I believe is a skill that uses your. I think it uses your wisdom, or your. Huh?
I'm saying none of us have weapons now.
Well, no, you
I don't
all
think
have
I
weapons on your. You have weapons on your person if you put that on your character sheet. But maybe Peyton doesn't have one or wants to use an improvised weapon.
I don't think I do.
So she wants us to join the Knights, right?
Yeah, she's basically asking for new recruits.
All right. I say yes if he will owe me a drink tonight.
Okay. Is this an attempt to like is this like a seduction attempt or like you're just being charismatic?
I'm just being sarcastic.
You're just being sarcastic? Okay, good.
Yeah. I'll say I'll join in one condition.
So you'll join on one condition?
And that is to work alone.
Join on the condition that you work alone. Isn't that a little bit contradictory to being a knight?
Remember, some knights have to need a commander, right?
Yeah, she's a commander.
Yeah. So now my character doesn't like taking orders from anyone. So I'll say that she wants to work alone, so she doesn't like, have to take orders from anyone.
Okay. Well, I mean, Natalia, when you asked that, Natalia kind of she doesn't she doesn't prod beyond asking you if it's contradictory, but she does throw you a badge, and she's like, all right, take this, and just report back once you have all of your intel for us. And you can tell she's like chuckling a little bit, like this is sarcastic for her, because clearly she doesn't think that you can work alone. Also, Tygon, I need you to roll a 20-sided die.
All right, I'm about to roll right now. I got 11.
You got an 11?
Yeah.
You see. Okay, so there's a few people who are armed who aren't part of the Knights Guard. Like there's a kind of a big guy who's got he's got a short sword on him that's not peace tied, so you could pull that out. You could take like the mugs on the tankards on the bar table. They're made of metal, so they would actually do some damage if you tried to use them to fight. And then you also see what's it good? You see like a stick. Somebody brought like a big old bamboo stick into the bar, and it's just within grabbing distance.
I reach for whatever's in within grabbing distance, and I quickly attack.
All three of those are within grabbing distance, so take your pick.
The very last one.
The stick?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, while you're grabbing that, Tristan, Natalia doesn't quite respond to your remark, so will you try again, or are you willing to hear her out?
He gone.
He's gone? What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean he's gone? Like you leave?
No, I just mean he's very quiet.
Okay. Yeah, well, we're focusing on your character right now. I'll come back to this after this.
Oh, alright. I look at her and say, "What's in it for us? Why should I have to join your stupid knights?"
Well, it's you don't have to. Natalia says, she's like, it's an offer for money, and as soon as she says money, Peyton, you grab your bamboo stick and you give her a whack like right over the head, which she has some pretty good knightly reflexes, so she takes one of the gauntlets on her arm, and she blocks your strike with it, and she's like, definitely we don't want these kinds of people to be in our entourage, so you might actually be a good pick, sir. And she kind of laughs nervously.
That didn't go as expected. I was expecting to fall, beg for mercy. I don't know.
Well,
maybe I should.
She is a knight captain, so I'm not sure how much of bamboo stick is gonna.
I'll think about her offer. That's the promise I make to her.
What did you say?
I'll think about her offer, and
okay,
go back to her later.
Okay, she gives you a badge as well, and she's like, take this to the outpost if you do wanna help out. I appreciate that. And she makes sure that Vodra has her token as well. And before she leaves, she puts her hammer back onto her back, and she's like, "This is for the good of the town. Don't you see? We're gonna stop the rain for you. We're gonna set you up with rations, good food, and by the end of this week, you guys will be a completely different town. Trust me." She backs out.
I laugh at Tagun for getting no dift.
But at this time, I'm just here for the money.
By the way, the reward for joining the Knights for this mission is about 50 gold, which is the U.S. dollar equivalent of, let's say, like $10,000.
Okay.
Ooh.
After reading what she handed to me, I quickly I start changing my mind and considering her offer.
All right. Now you three are surprisingly there's only about 4 other people who took up the badge. So you guys can all convene with each other and kind of discuss what your plan of action might be.
I leave.
Okay.
I look at Tagun and call him a weak ass boy, and then leave as well.
Okay, so you're all leaving of your own accord. You don't want to discuss this with each other?
No.
Okay.
Their words hit my heart. I feel incredibly sad, and I have to question my morals and if this offer even aligns with my ethics.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, I come back, right? I come back, right? And I say, pussy ass bitch.
Okay. So let me give you a briefing on this mission. Okay, so you know that there's been an unusual amount of rain in the town. The note that's been given to you by the guard captain is that they believe that the source of these rains is within the temple that lies just beyond the town. They think that something has corrupted the influence of your local goddess, your local river goddess, who usually is in charge of, or is believed to be in charge of, making sure that the river flows with clean water, and that rains come regularly. And so they think that something inside the temple has been corrupted, or somebody is messing with it, or something, and they need you to investigate. They're asking for recruits because there's also there's a lot of the town that you're in is in need. I would say you don't get a lot of rations from outside because you're so secluded from the rest of your home continent called Mir. You're surrounded by between you and the next town over, there's things like monsters and all sorts of dangerous wilderness that don't all sorts of dangerous wilderness that make it difficult for people to come help you. And so they want mercenaries and soldiers and certain types of with this quest so that they can come in and rebuild your town. But first and foremost, the temple. Okay, you guys can ask specific questions that your characters would have at this time if you want any more information, or if you guys would just go on with the note, you can say we're done, and I will move you to the next scene.
What kind of questions can I ask?
You can ask any question you want. If your character needs to know like who could possibly be responsible for this, you can ask me that. You can ask more about like the goddess or the relationship that the town has with the goddess. You can ask about the relationship the town has with the knights. You can ask about Natalia. Anything that would help you to prepare for the mission.
Wait, how many people are going with us to this temple?
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be 4 other people. 5, because there's 4 people who took the badge other than you guys, and then there's Natalia who will be coming with you. Yeah.
I asked for free strong armor.
You asked for free strong armor?
Yes, for the mission.
So the strongest armor that you can get in Tackle Box is kind of this like shitty looking like bronze armor that's got a little rust on it. It's not. Remember, not a lot of supplies come to the town, so the amount of loot that you're getting isn't that great. If anything, when you ask around for armor, a little tiefling called Ikamon, he's kind of like the sprightly young dude. He leans over and he's like, "Hey, I heard that in the temple there's actually different kinds of treasures from other adventurers who left, and there's probably and you can tell he's like, there's probably like some cool armor in there that you can get. I didn't tell you no." And he scurries like kind of off to the side. You can tell that he's very awkward. He really wants to be your friend, and he wants to tell you more, but he knows that he probably shouldn't.
I nod at him and rush to the temple to go search for the armor.
So okay.
I'll follow him.
Peyton and Voltro, what do you guys do when you see this guy just dash off to the temple? No prep.
Actually, can you remind me who thinks this is a you mentioned it being I can't remember how you started the scene. I can't remember how you started the scene. You said something about a lake?
Yeah, so basically it's there's a bunch of like unusual rains in the town, and the knights speculate that it's caused by the goddess that resides over the town. And they think that something is wrong with the temple.
And the person that gave us the note is gonna train us to handle this problem?
Train is a very loose term to use, but she is gonna guide you along.
Okay, I decided to join her.
Okay. Okay. And then Valdra, you work alongside. I'm assuming that you make your own preparation.
Yes.
Okay.
Like went out, bought a new katana, bought new armor. I'm ready.
Okay. Okay, you're decked out. You're decked out. Okay. So, by each of your own means, you get to the temple beyond the town. It's a large, it's a pretty big place, especially for the size of the town. I would say, like, imagine like a football field, but 2 of them. So it's pretty big. It's a pretty big place. The front, like I described before, is this statue of a woman, and she's like got her hands outstretched in cups so that they hold water. But these cups are overflowing, and the water trickles down onto the steps, making it pretty hard to traverse normally, because it's become rapids basically. what was once like these pristine, well-kept stairs over 3 months have deteriorated into slippery, dangerous, sliding territory where you're not sure um, how to. I mean, you're not sure how to get to the door at the top, even from here. So I'm gonna start with Tristan because Tristan ran off early to get gold armor. Um, how do you approach this? Do you try and see if there's another entrance? Do you try and see if you can go through the River Rapids stairs anyway? Or will you look for another angle?
I try to use my sword to cut through the walls instead of climbing up the stairs to get to the door.
Okay, so I'm imagining that Tristan kind of trots over to the side of the building and where the water is not as flowing, and you try and stick your sword into the wall to pull yourself up.
Yeah.
Okay, roll an acrobatics check. That is your dexterity modifier.
Alright.
So, yep.
You need the link.
I got a 3. Wait. I don't know how to work the dice.
Is it the link with the Google one? There should be like an orange button that looks like a coin sign.
I'm gonna go get some water.
So there's an orange like hexagon that says 20 on it. If you click that, it'll roll you a new dice.
I got 9.
You got a 9?
Yeah.
Okay. So you stick your sword in, and the first one you get it in there. The second one you get it in there, and the third time you hit like mortar that is like softened from like all sorts of wear and tear, and your sword slips out, and you start to fall. Thankfully, you haven't gotten too far up, so this is not like a fatal fall. But it is kind of scary in that you drag your sword into like one of your other holes that you made so you can soften your fall, and you hit the ground with like a squishy, splashy thud. Just as Natalia and the other recruits show up, and you can see a couple of them be like, "Oh my god, is that guy from the bar, dude?" And at this point, Peyton, you see him too, like sliding back onto the ground after his attempt at getting in.
I can only admire him.
You said I can only admire him?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. Okay, and then Voldra, you appear to be a little bit more of a seasoned adventurer. How would you approach this temple?
I don't want to be. Okay, the stairs are slippery. There's some water down there. So I was like, I'll look for like another entrance.
Okay, you'll look for another entrance? Yeah. Okay. I will have you roll investigation. Yeah.
I got a 10.
You got a 10?
Yeah.
So you see entrances, you see windows, but they're too high up to just climb to. especially now that the rock is slippery. So you might have to either investigate further or reconvene, swallow your pride a bit, and see if you can converse with the guard captains who are still checking out the scene.
I'll investigate further.
Okay. You can walk around. It's like very mushy and swampy. Thankfully, a lot of the water traffic is directed at the stairs, but you kind of go around to the back of the temple, which takes a little bit because it's a pretty big temple. But you do manage to get to the back area, and as before, you can't really see like really see a way to get up to the windows, but you can tell that there's a place where like the rock has deteriorated a little, and maybe if you give it enough force, you could kick out. You could kind of kick out an area for you to get inside the temple from.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Okay, so you want to try and like break that open?
Yeah.
Okay, so you start hammering away at this crick in the wall. Peyton, you are you and the other recruits are still observing Tristan's escapades. You could take it upon yourself to look for a solution to getting inside the temple, or you can try and see if Tristan did have the right idea and try and climb up the wall, or you can go your own way.
Is there anything stopping us from getting inside?
Yeah, the main entrance is basically there's water that's rushing over the stairs of the main entrance, which would make it extremely difficult to walk up the stairs. Like you'd basically be trying to wade through river rapids, which you can attempt to do, but it would be dangerous to do so.
I follow my comrades and I try to prep anything we may need to keep us to stop us from taking any heavy damage.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Can you repeat that one more time? I didn't catch all of it.
All right, I follow both of them behind. I follow behind both of them, and instead of making any decisions right now, I just make sure we have any medicine or just any heals that we may need.
Okay. So you're just taking inventory.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you have a good amount of potions. I'd say you have like one for each member. And you're a cleric, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, clerics do have the ability to heal others. So you have some spell. You have some healing spells on hand. I'm assuming.
Oh, wait,
so you're kind of, huh?
I'm a barbarian apparently.
You're a oh, okay. Well, never mind. Never mind. But yeah, I can say that you have some healing potions on you.
All right.
If you want to try and brave through the rapids, you can do that as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna try to help and break through it.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
I got a 17.
17?
Yep.
Okay. So you kind of grit your teeth and you hike up your pants if you're wearing pants, and you stomp through the rapids. It's hard because it's slippery and like there's like objects that are unidentifiable floating through the water and weird things like that. But you do manage. You only really get like a scrape on your foot from some kind of sharp object that passed through the water. But eventually, you kind of you climb up, and then you finally make it to the door, where you manage to hold on to the railing to pull yourself past the waterfall from those two goddess hands that are causing this. These rapids. So you actually make it into the temple. It's a grand place, like I said. It's like 2 football fields long, but it's filled and adorned with all sorts of offerings over the years. And like you see a statue in the middle of a fish that's spouting out water. But unfortunately, also among all of these treasures, you do see like the discarded armor of people. You see dead fish inside, and you see like all sorts of like weird, like black splooge, like sludge like markings over the walls of the temple. So something has happened here. And Peyton, like you frequent this town, and you've been to the temple once or twice before. It wasn't like this before. Something happened. It's not supposed to be this messy and stuff. And I'm going to say that Oldra, you kind of break in from the back at the same time, and you see a very similar scene with the front entrance, or with the main like first floor of the temple being totally in disarray.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
I try again. I try climbing up the walls like I did last time, but I stole an NPC's sword, so now I have 2. So I start using 2 swords to climb up the walls, try to find an entrance from the top.
Okay, you stole an NPC's sword?
Yeah.
Where did you... So did you steal from one of the recruits? Because those are the only other people around.
Yeah, one of the recruits. I borrowed.
You borrowed it from one of the other recruits. This isn't going to affect you in the present, but can you roll a stealth check so I can see how well you stole it and if that guy noticed or not?
Alright. I got an 8, I think. Yeah.
Got an 8? Okay. I will keep that in mind for later. You scale the walls. Eventually you make it to a window where you can smash it open. And you're actually on the catwalk that overlooks the first floor of the, I was about to say museum, of the temple. So you're in now. Actually, everyone is inside. You're just at 3 different points, which I will illustrate. So at this point, you guys can take a look around. You can try and you can converse with Peyton can converse with NPCs or Natalia to get some more info, or you can decide to just look through.
While I recognize that it's in my best benefit to talk to everybody, my mind is racing so fast that I can only look and think about.
You can only what?
I can only look and think about how profitable this would be for me.
Okay. Okay. So you're just like looking around.
Yeah, I can't even talk. I'm just standing there.
Okay. Okay. And then Drixon, do you have what's your plan of action?
I'm gonna do the same. Just gonna investigate inside. Please, like just one room for now. this is my or hallway or whatever it is. Not to go any further, just near the entrance.
Say that one more time. You went to the entrance?
I said I was gonna investigate near the entrance before I entered.
Oh, okay. You're gonna investigate near the entrance.
Yes.
Okay, sure. What are you looking for?
Anything I can sell to get money.
You want money?
Yeah, I want money.
Okay.
I am
Well,
poor.
there's money all around. Because this is a temple, so people would leave offerings. So you can look around and like take like the gold coins that are in the offering baskets or like in the fountains and statues and things like that.
Yes, I take those.
Watching him steal everything that could be mine forces me to move into action.
Well, I am a criminal, so I gotta get the dough, you know.
I'm at the top of the temple, so I'm higher than you guys if there are floors in this temple. I pull out both my sword and the sword I borrowed from the NPC, and start looking around for some armor.
Okay, you can also. Are you looking for the armor that Ikamon told you about, or are you looking for
the one Ikamon told me about?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can look around for it. So what I'm gathering is that you guys are kind of taking in that this place is filled with a bunch of different kinds of like treasures and things like that. And you're all going your own way, kind of like not worried about the whole like corruption, like goddess art thing, and just want to grab what kind of riches you can from here.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Pretty much.
Okay. So here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna roll. No, sorry. You guys are gonna roll. You're gonna roll one 6-sided die for how many treasures that you collect. So each of you can roll a 6-sided die, and whatever number it lands on is how many like valuable trinkets you take away from, aside from gold, of course.
All right.
Alright. 3, 2.
What? You got 6.
I got 3.
I got 5.
Oh shit! Who got 6?
I did. I got a 6.
God damn.
Oh.
You're both lucky bastard.
Yeah. Okay. So we have a 6, a 5, and a what was that?
3.
3. Okay. All right. To the person who got a 6, looking through trinkets. Yeah. So you get a this ornate brooch that's like got these dwarven symbols on it. And you know it's valuable because it has this printing of the Dusk and Dawn Company, which is this dwarvish minting company that makes very high quality metals. So you could sell this for like 3 or 4 gold, like easy. Very important kind of jewelry. You also get you get an empty wine bottle that says the Wizards of Wine's Winery Red Dragon Crush, which is a very expensive wine. And when you shake it, it actually refills. You also get a this kind of like weird, holy looking trinket that seems to still glow with magical power that you could sell. You get a diary with 7 missing pages that's signed by one of the great wizards of all time. And you get half of a map. And when you look around, you realize that it's the map of the temple.
That
Drixon lucky.
okay.
Yeah. Was that 6?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
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 But I just got everything planned out already. Okay, I'm gonna keep the wine. Why do I have? Oh, I'm gonna use the map also. Oh, the diary that was signed by the legendary wizard. I'm gonna keep that. The rest I'm just gonna sell them off.
Okay.
And I take a sip of that wine too, just to make sure it's legit.
A sip of it?
Just like cup, just a cup.
Just a cup of the wine? That's not a sip. Okay, I need you. I'm sorry. I need you to roll Constitution for that if you're gonna take off.
So go back to the
Yeah. D20 and then add your Constitution. Oh, fine.
Oh, I got a 14.
You got a what?
A 14.
A 14? Okay, you're a little tipsy. You can like you're like weaving and waving around. Like the room is kind of like spinning, but not too much. Enough that you can have some plausible deniability. But it does taste good. It tastes like cherries and honey all like stewed together with like a really heavy alcoholic hit that you have not gotten anywhere else. So that's great.
Bro, this shit got me fucked up.
Okay. Who's next? Who wants their turn next?
I rolled a 5.
You got a 5? Okay. You have you got an emerald, which sells for 10 gold. It's a pretty hefty one too. You have the deed for a parcel of land, which you could potentially give to the Knight's Court to see if they can give it to you, that property. You have you find a 1 ounce block of gold, which is worth more than the coins. You find a brass ring that, despite being in such a decrepit situation, has never tarnished. And then you find a oh yeah, this is really good. You find an egg with this bright red shell that is in pristine condition and could technically sell for a lot of money. It's like an egg-shaped, like, I don't want to say it's a gem, but it's like it's a rock of some kind.
It's a dragon.
If I took the deed, how long would it be the best thing long term?
The egg?
The deed.
Oh, the deed?
Yeah.
So the deed is like still valid according to the date on it. And you know the property is like bigger than like anyone's property in the town of Sackleback.
Okay, I take the deed and tuck it away.
Okay, God.
I must do that.
Okay.
My turn.
Yep, your turn. You got 3.
Yep.
Okay. You find a rope necklace that has these 4 bones on it, and it kind of glows with some kind of magical energy that you're not completely aware of. It seems valuable because the material is really good. And it may sell for a lot, or you can bring it to like a sorcerer or a wizard to tell you what it could do. You also find, I'm running out of big ones. You also find you find a silver bell, and this is you can smelt it down to make silver coin, or it's kind of like ringing by itself a little bit. If you shake it, you actually hear you kind of like almost like a spider. Like you can sense where the other bell is, like its counterpart. And so if you find that, you may be able to do magic with them. And then lastly, you find a an ignet of astrocyte, which is a very valuable that could sell for 30 gold.
I put all the items in my what's it called, backpack, except the necklace, and wear it and continue walking, trying to find everyone else.
Well, you're on the catwalk, so you can see everyone else from where you are.
Oh. W. I walk towards wait, I need to see the character name. I walk towards Drixon and wanting to see what he got, or maybe steal it.
Bro, I'm drunk. You want to steal from me? Wow.
I'm steal that wine.
You want to steal it? Okay. Yeah, that's messed up. That's messed up. It's kind of messed up.
Jumped out of the temple, didn't follow with my footsteps just to steal my stuff.
It's crazy. Volja, what's your wisdom stat?
Who?
Volja, Drixon, what's your wisdom?
Oh, my wisdom stat.
Yeah.
Holy shit. 13.
13?
Yeah, for Drixon.
Okay. Trav, you can roll if you're trying to pickpocket Drixon's character, you can roll stealth.
Alright. Let me see what I get. I got a 6.
You got a 6?
Yep.
You're stealing from a very seasoned criminal, Volja. You can sense, not even sense, like I kind of get the feeling Tristan is like doing like the like Scooby-Doo like stalking thing. He's just got like 2 fingers on your items. And you can clearly sense this and take action.
Can I say what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, you can say
I
what.
put a blade on your neck, and the only way you live out is to offer me something.
Hmm?
I take out my blade, right? Since I sensed you. And remember, I'm a female. Now, I take out my blade, and I just let it stay on your neck, and the only way out for you now is to live, and you can go back where you wanted to. You just gotta give me something, something valuable.
I noticed all of this happen, so I take the deed and put it somewhere it can't be taken.
So you put a curse on me, right, Drixon?
Yeah, I put my blade on you, like on your neck, and you have to offer something still.
I put my hands up and say, calm down, girly. I wasn't planning on doing anything. I just wanted to see what you got.
Okay.
Okay, I think I'm still drunk. I'm still drunk, so I think I just said, I think, no, I don't let it go, bro. I still threaten you for your stuff. I'm a thief, remember?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Repeat that one time.
Oh, I said that I'm still drunk.
Yeah, you're still drunk.
Okay, and instead of acting serious and threatening me, I think I just take it off as a joke and just put my bait blank. But I just tuck everything where you won't steal them. Just put everything away.
Wait, you're gonna wait. You're gonna
You beat me?
Okay, if you guys are, so are you fighting or are you like letting it go?
He was trying to steal from me. I threatened him to give me something of his that's precious.
Yeah.
Like, he told me just calm down, girl. And since I'm drunk, I can't think that properly. I just take it off as a joke against them.
Okay, so you're taking it as a joke and like, are you leaving? Are you not engaging with us?
I'm just walking away.
Oh, you're just gonna walk away. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, Tristan, you see her start walking away like a girl boss or something.
I grin as you walk away, all dizzy and drunk.
Okay, sick. Okay, Peyton, Tygon. Would you like to reevaluate the temple now that you've stolen some stuff?
Yeah, but I'm gonna do that by talking to everybody else and seeing what they got.
All right. And when you say everybody else, do you mean your comrades or do you mean these two?
Like NPCs, them, everybody.
Okay. Okay. So you reconvene with the Knights Court and those 4 recruits and Talia. Has actually she's taken some stuff herself, but just like modest pickings. And as everyone is talking, she says, she's like, "Oh yeah, Peyton, come here," and she gets you into the dwarf huddle. Even if you're not a dwarf, you're invited to the dwarf huddle. And she basically gathers everybody, and she's like, "Okay, so what we've gathered so far is that everything has seemingly remained pretty much untouched, except for the dead fish around, which and you can see like some of your comrades like holding their nose. Yeah, it stinks. And she continues and she says, I think we have to see if we can find the source of those inky markings that you're seeing on the wall before we started looting the place. It's just not. It's not normal. And if we find the source of it, we might be able to stop these rains. So let's split up. And I want you to take Morton with you. And she gestures to another dwarf who's got like a broadsword on his armor. He kind of thumps his chest and he's like, "I got you, bro. Partners for life." She's like, "Yeah, I want you to take Morton, and you'll go down the west side. If you find anything of suspicion or anything that you want to let us know about, you're going to have to use your sending stone. And you, as a official recruit, were issued what's called a sending stone, which for 1 hour can transmit your voice to another stone in the vicinity." So she makes sure that you have that, and she's like, "Okay, is that clear? We're going to investigate. We're going to find out what's going on here."
It's clear, yes.
Okay,
I take what she gave to me and I put it away.
Okay, yes. Godspeed, man. And then she cut away. The rest of you, as you go about your own endeavors, you do realize that that inky substance on the walls, in some places, has like grown bigger, like some kind of expanding mold. While you guys were looting and whatnot, it's got there's a funky smell in the tavern. Sorry, in the temple, just because of all old stuff that's going on. But what draws your attention the most is that like those like growths on, and it's definitely. I mean, at this point, you kind of understand that like you've seen a lot of wild animals, wilderness, wild fauna, flora, whatever. This is not normal. This is otherworldly. You have not seen anything like this, and the like not to break character, but the vibes that you're getting are rancid. Something is wrong, and the longer that you stay in here, the more likely it is you might end up like those other discarded sets of armor.
I asked around for a book that could. I asked around for a journal that could tell us what happened before the people died.
So you look around for a journal, like maybe one somebody
I
something
asked
on them.
people. I asked like I asked the looters what they got and specifically for a journal.
Okay, and so you're asking Tristan and Volger, or are you like asking groups?
I'm asking groups.
Okay. So none of them have a journal, but they do know that the people who passed in here might have one. If you look around for any of their items, um, or you can ask them personally about their history with the temple and maybe see if like they know anything that could be the cause of this stuff.
I follow Voldra around as we search the place.
Okay. Voldra, are you gonna take that, bro?
Like became a stalk out of nowhere. I'm just gonna ignore him and just investigate.
Okay. And what exactly are you investigating?
I'm looking just for gold, but I'm just staying away, like where there's slime.
Yeah.
Where like there's no slime, I just avoid those areas and just look for where there's less slime.
Okay, you want to avoid those areas. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, those areas avoid you. There's like there's not like the further you walk down, it's like you can actually almost like out of the corner of your eye you see it like move towards you, and then when you to check, it stops moving. So it's like it's following you almost like anxiously as you walk through the corridors.
How am I getting myself? You know what? I convince. Wait, Trevor, what's your character's name again?
Tristan.
Thank you. Probably, but I'm just gonna say I convinced Trevor's character to go in front of me.
Trying to get me killed.
No, wait. Let's not say convince. I seduce him to go in front of me.
You seduce him to go.
That's gonna work as well.
Okay. Okay, so you're walking in front.
I look back at Voldra and ask, "Why do you want me walking in front of you?"
In my head, I'm just saying because you just bait. But I said, I don't know, like so I'm speaking and saying like because you're the best warrior I've ever met. It's a lie.
I smile with confidence from the compliment and keep walking.
Oh my god.
Guy just puffs his chest out.
Digging. Okay, so while that's going on, Peyton, you're investigating with your new friend Morton, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You kind of look through each corridor. The same thing with the other two. Like, you like slime mold in the building is like cautiously following you. And Morty is a bit of an overeager guy, so he's kind of like skipping along. He's like, "Yes, we're gonna do this. We're gonna win. We got this. Yes!" And he hits his hammer against the wall of the temple, like in excitement, and the slime like kind of like races toward him, and then stops when he turns around, and he doesn't notice it. You're the only person who's seeing this, because his back was turned, and he's like, "Yeah, yeah, listen, Peyton, I know you're a new guy, but this night stuff is so fulfilling. You don't understand. Like, you get all the rations, you get all the money, you get to protect people, you get to loot all the places that you want. You get to live your life." And he does like a little spin, and the slime like almost touches his arm. He's not.
I'm suspicious about how excited he is, and all these promises he's making to me. But I gotta focus on what just happened and wait and see what happens.
You wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see if I'm gonna wait and see what happens soon.
Okay. he picks up a downed guard's helmet from like earlier in the month, and he's like, "Yeah, look, fallen comrade." And as he picks it up, the slime from the wall like extends outward like a prehensile arm and like grabs him and like pulls him into the wall.
Could I push him out the way?
You push him out the way.
Could I?
You can. You can roll dexterity to push him out the way.
Nice. That gonna be a D20?
Yeah.
All right, I got a. Let me see. I got a 10.
Okay.
That's bad.
For you. Okay, so the slime like reaches out to grab him, then you're like, "Ah, Morton," and you push him out of the way. You're like a fraction of a second too slow, and it kind of grabs both of you in this like sludge like substance.
I instantly start regretting everything.
And it pulls you into the wall. And when I say into the wall, I mean into the wall. The corridor fades away into darkness as you're kind of dragged into this like subliminal, dark, inky space. You can breathe, but it's like you don't. It doesn't seem like you should be able to because you're like kind of surrounded in this viscous material. Um, and it spits you back out on the other side of the hallway. So like think of it like there were two connected hallways with two hallways with a wall in between. You're on the other side of it now.
All right.
And Morton, unfortunately, was like kind of dumped on his side real bad, and he might have gotten some kind of concussion.
I try to see if I can get through the wall. I can't though.
If you can what?
I try to see if I can get through get back on the other side of the wall, but I can't. So I try to see if Morin's okay.
His temple's bleeding a little bit, but he appreciates your concern. Thankfully, you've been spit out in the same vicinity as your other two criminal-esque friends.
Can I see them?
Yeah, you can see them.
All right. I searched for something I can I try to look for some kind of bandage or something I can that I can use to help Morton and while I'm carrying him to the other two.
Okay. Well, yeah. You can. You want to carry him where?
I want to carry him to the other two.
To the other two? Okay. Sure. Well, Tristan. As you guys are walking, you see Peyton like shoulder dragging this guy towards you, and they both have this like kind of like inky residue on them, but they seem okay other than the fact that Morton is like got a bandage up head.
I begged them for directions.
I look at him dumbfounded and about to laugh and say, "Look at you, pathetic as ever."
Oh my god! What the fuck? What the fuck? It's like a jerk.
I don't even know. I'm just standing there, but no reaction.
Like the reaction.
I'm gonna say like more faith, so I'm safe.
I say, if you can't help me, at least give me directions. At least tell me where to go.
Where do you want to go? I ask you.
I want to get out. Where did y'all come from?
Where I don't really know where we came from. We've just been walking. So you're stuck with us now.
As you guys are conversing, the ground is getting wet, like they around the ground or something.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I look at the ground mischievously. What is going on in this stupid temple? I ask.
Well, it starts to the ground is like first it's like a layer of water, and then next it's like a centimeter, and the more that you stay in this hallway, the more that that water coagulates. You can see that it's kind of like almost like feeding that slime mold with the moisture. So you guys are gonna have to either get out of there or find out a way to disable this this weird entity.
I think we should get out first and then try to disable it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna run out of there?
Yeah.
Okay. I want each of you to roll. We're gonna roll what's called initiative, which is the start of combat. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna roll a dexterity check and add your modifiers, and then that's gonna determine the order in which people go in combat. And I also have to roll for the slime, so I will share with you what that roll is. Nice.
Excuse me.
No problem.
Do I roll a 20?
Yeah, you roll a d20.
Alright.
Bro, I got a 1.
Uh-oh.
I go 14.
Wait, let me roll quickly. I got a 20.
Okay, you got the 20?
I got the 20.
Okay, so, and then the 14 was Peyton?
Me.
No, I got 1.
Okay. And then, I have to roll for Morty. This is the order in which you will be going through combat. Now, yeah. So we're gonna go in this order. Each time we come back to Voldra, that's one round. What's gonna happen is that this time. No. Okay. What's gonna happen is that when it's your turn, tell me what action you would want to take. An action is either you attack, you use an item, or you defend somebody or help somebody. That's your action, and then you can move. So you have those two. Let me explain it more concisely. You have an action, you have movement, and then you can take a bonus action, which means that if you have any abilities that say that you can take that as a bonus action, do that. Or if you don't move, then you can act again. So Voldra, you guys are dashing off for this like slime mold kind of thing. As it races towards you and starts to form these like it forms like hands and fish and like eels and snakes and all sorts of like sea related things as it races towards you now that it knows that you're running and it knows that you're prey. What kind of action will you take?
Okay, I was running away. You said something was chasing me, right?
Yeah, it's chasing you. Right?
Yeah, and Mr. Slime is chasing me.
You what?
It's like Mr. Slime is chasing me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Slime doesn't take physical damage. Just 2%. I cast a spell. Wait, what kind of? I'm just gonna cast a spell of ice.
Alright, what kind of spell? Ice?
Yes.
Okay. What wait, I have your sheet. I probably know what you're talking about. You have oh my goodness.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
You have Damatur I forget what Damaturgy does. I think it's like a Okay, so you have in your spells you have Thaumaturgy, which is basically you can it has a lot of things. You can cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color for 1 minute. There are torches in the hall. You can do that. You can actually I'll just send this. What am I doing? Forgot we had the internet. But yeah, like that's one of your spells. And then you also have this thing called Hellish Rebuke, which I'm gonna look at. Hellish Rebuke, you point your finger and the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. You have not been damaged by the creature yet. So I wouldn't say that you could use Hellish Rebuke yet, but you could next round. And then you have Darkness, which is magical darkness spreads from a point you choose within range to fill a 15-foot radius sphere for the duration. And it does spread around corners. So if you want to cast the spell, I would use Thaumaturgy.
Oh, this is tough.
Well, so what it is that there's torches along the rooms, and so you could manipulate the fire to like onto the slime.
Oh, I'd choose that option. But right now,
Okay, so you want to do that?
So I'll choose to manipulate the fire around the slime.
Okay, got it. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna roll 2 6-sided to see how much damage that does.
Oh, which dice now?
Yep. 6-sided.
Oh, 6-sided. Okay.
Mhm.
And go. I got a 4.
Okay. So you cast your spell and the flames like they kind of balloon up and towards the slime, and they kind of lick at the those shapes that are in the slime mold chasing you, and they the slime kind of recedes as if burned, and you see like a few of the arm things kind of disintegrate. So fire is effective, and you've done 4 damage to this creature out of an undisclosed amount.
I noticed that the creature took some damage, and I decided to throw my javelin.
Okay, keep that in mind. This is while we're in combat. We're going in the order that I listed before.
Oh, okay.
So once we cycle to Peyton, then you can do that.
All right.
And so that's Morty's turn. So Morty, the guy that's being dragged, he's a kind of takes his hammer. I don't know if this will work, and I've got a pretty hazy head right from my possible but not confirmed concussion. And he grabs his hammer and he throws at the slime, and it actually barrels through it. He's strong enough to throw it that hard, and you see it opens up a hole, and there's like a of living like inside this creature. There's a mass of like things like fish and all sorts of sea type things in here, which is a little creepy. But it does seem to take damage from that. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say that it like lurches forward like maybe like 5 feet, but it doesn't quite reach any of you yet. Tristan, or wait, no, it doesn't. Sorry, it like sorry. Yeah, I forgot it. We're in combat, so it's not gonna move forward any, but it does take that damage. Tristan, what are you gonna go ahead and do?
Let's see. I have a question first.
Okay.
What does the trait Savage Attacks do?
Savage Attacks?
Yeah.
Let me look at it. That's one. Savage Attack, Savage Attacker.
Yeah.
Savage Attacker. Once per turn, when you roll damage for a melee weapon attack, you can re-roll. Okay, so basically, when you hit, if you don't like the amount of damage that you do when you roll, then you can re-roll it and then use either total.
Alright. I turn around and look toward the slime as I run facing backwards. And I grab the sword of the NPC, the one I stole from, and throw it at the slime and continue running.
Okay, so you throw it and then you keep running in the opposite direction?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a sword, so... I'm gonna say it's a long sword, so you're gonna roll 1 8-sided die, which is the it's like the purple one that has an 8 on it. You can roll that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a 1.
Okay, you can use Savage Attacker to re-roll
it. Would it be good to reroll?
Well, if you re-roll it, you can take the higher one.
All right, let me try again. I got a 5. So
Okay.
I'll use the 5.
Okay. So you throw it. It sinks into the gelatin and then slowly pops out on the other side. And this piercing damage is like you can tell that it's like it's not happy about what you did at all. You can actually see that where you hit it reforming itself. So you've done some good. You've done some. That takes us to the slime's turn. And this thing is gonna lurch forward. It's like clawing on like these like hands and talons and whatever appendage forming to get to you guys. And I'm gonna say that it stretches out an arm to grab Morty because Morty was the first one that it tried to take. And it starts to like smother Morty in that like in that mold kind of thing, and he's like it's kind of like trying to like take it and pull him into the main mass. Tristan, you and Peyton are close enough that you can actually do something called where you try. So if you want to help Morty and keep him from getting eaten by this thing, you can take another reaction. You can take another action.
Oh, it's Peyton's turn, isn't it?
Not yet. But this is called a reaction. So it's basically like while this is happening, you guys can step in.
I look at what the slime is doing and grab Morty's shirt by the collar and throw him forward in front of all of us.
Okay, so you throw it.
Yeah, I throw him in front since he's the one being targeted.
Oh my god.
Okay. Wait. I'm sorry. Are you throwing it at him, or are you throwing it like at the slime?
No, like you know how we're running away from the slime.
Yeah.
I grabbed Morty and threw him like in front of us, so like he can go. Yeah.
Okay, he's being grappled by this slime stuff, so you would be doing that at a risk of it contaminating you as well.
So, can I change my decision then?
Yeah, if you want.
I keep running.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I don't know him.
Dumb. That's crazy. Peyton, are you gonna try to help him?
No, it's important that we're sure that we know what happens when that slime gets you. So instead, I'll just keep running.
That's crazy. Okay. Well, you see him like he's like and he's like reaching for you. He gets like pulled into the mass and he's screaming like stops immediately.
He did.
Yeah, you gotta say goodbye.
Okay. Peyton, that makes it your turn.
Okay, so I got a lot of dark elf traits. How can I use those right now?
All right, you can use them.
All right, so what does superior dark vision do?
Superior dark vision just means that you can see in thick darkness.
All right. Yeah, I still wanna throw my javelin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can throw that. You toss it. You toss it at him. And what you're gonna do is you can roll a d6 to see how much damage that does.
All right. I got a
What is
one.
it damage?
I keep getting ones.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, but you throw the javelin and it's like it doesn't even have like the courtesy to get stuck in the slime flesh. It just bounces off.
I'm shocked. Drop to the floor and crawl away as fast as I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Is this a
scrambling.
time
Mud's
where the
getting all in
react
my
thing
hands and
works?
fingernails. I feel disgusting.
Like last time.
Yeah, you can read. It's also gonna be
Oh.
your turn. Or sorry,
I-
it's gonna be, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm just getting confused.
No, alright. I grab Peyton by the hair as he crawls on the ground and run and run while grabbing his hair
What the
to
fuck?
make sure he doesn't.
That poor NPC.
Okay. Peyton, are you happy about this?
I'm too shocked to even consider it.
Okay. Okay. I think. Let's do this. Satisfied with its one meal of Morty, the slime actually you see it like implode in on itself and then explode outward, and it sticks itself back onto the walls as if nothing happened.
Damn.
So you could date good.
Okay. We're gonna pause for a sec. It's been an hour and 30 minutes, and I'm gonna ask you guys, how do you feel about coming back to this at another time, or if you finish it, I can take care of some stuff and then come back later. But I know it's late for like Drixon and Trav, so I'm not gonna push that.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind coming back later.
Yeah, me too.
Come back later.
Okay.
GG.
Let me see. Okay. You know what? Actually, I can wrap it up in like 30 minutes.
All right, that works.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good.
Okay. So basically, that sludge goes away. Well, it doesn't go away, but it seems satisfied, so it stops. It stops pursuing you for the moment, and it leaves those same like inky black markings on the walls. And as it settles down, you can hear like somewhere else, like the remaining three recruits from the Knights Guard start to like shout.
Can I make a turn right now?
Yeah, you can. It's we're not in. Sorry, I forgot to mention. We're not in combat anymore because the slime like kind of retreated. So you can take whatever action you want to.
All right.
Is Morty dead?
Yeah, Morty's gone. There's not even a trace of him. He's gone.
Elbows.
Is there anything that I could record our experience with?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I'll say you have like a journal or something.
All right, I instantly started recording it.
Okay, so yeah, you write down everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I lay against a wall and start taking in my breaths as I am tired from running.
Sick.
I'm
Taking
gonna
some breaks.
sit down I'm gonna sit down, take out my wizard wine, put half a glass and drink it.
Okay. You just getting drunk?
No, I think half a glass. I might not be drunk. So
Okay.
let's see
Okay.
what the I rolled a 20, right?
What'd you say?
Make sure I roll a die. Not get drunk.
Is the dwarf commander here as well?
She is. She's not in the same hallway as you. You could go look for her on the other side of the temple.
Alright. I look at the other two and start trying to start a conversation and say, can we keep what happened back there a secret? And say we don't know what happened to Morty.
God.
No.
No justice for Morty.
The first thing I'm doing when I get back is snitching.
Hey, who's the person that threw me in the slime? No, I say like I'll keep my mouth shut for like at least like 3 pieces of gold, 3 gold coins.
Then I laugh and look at you and say, I'll give you the gold coins after this mission, if we even make it out alive.
There's no more to say. I get up and walk away. I follow Tegan. I just follow
Alright. I look at Peyton and ask if he will keep it secret as well.
I don't even answer. I just shake my head. No, it's not happening.
I stand up and face off against you and say, you didn't help him as well, so you'll be considered a murderer. So if you don't keep it secret, we'll both be going down as criminals.
We don't gotta say.
No, my goodness.
No, I mean, we ain't do anything. You know what I mean? We tried.
Huh?
We tried. We failed, but we tried.
Yeah, but still, Voldra saw the whole thing. So we had to keep it secret or kill Voldra, so there are no suspects.
What?
Okay. Oh my god. I'm the only survivor. Oh my god.
Are you? Okay. Okay, so where are you guys going?
We gotta explore. I think we should explore the whole hallway.
You should explore the whole hallway, sure.
I say you are stupid and go find the woman dwarf.
We don't know how.
Where are you going?
I don't know. He went offline. Hold on.
Probably DC.
Oh,
Maybe internet.
yeah.
If he okay, for real, if he doesn't come back and like, oh no, my days. Hey, hey.
Hey, Drixon.
What's going on? Okay, so Peyton and Voldra, are you guys going to explore more of the temple?
Yeah, I want to. Yeah.
Okay. And then Tristan, you're gonna go find the dwarf captain.
Yep.
Okay.
Someone's gonna be a criminal.
I'll start with Peyton and Voldra. You guys, as you walk through more of the temple, the slime is kind of like covered a little bit of this, but you can see that there's some kind of mural on the side of the wall that's a little bit faded and brushed and kind of rubbed out. But you can see like it's like some kind of like old kind of story thing going on, in which you see like this kind of a goddess from the statue outside of the temple, and she has her arms outstretched. And see people placing offerings into her outstretched hands. And kind of above it, there's like this almost scratched out image of like rain that's being held in the sky. And you can kind of make the interpretation that people were giving offerings to this goddess to keep her from flooding the town. You can make whatever inferences you want out of that information.
I'm just switching to my skills for like something useful.
It's kind of hard to hear you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just looking through my skills.
Oh, okay.
I'm also I'm also a ranger, so looking through those skills. Since we're not fighting, oh my gosh, I had a skill. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? I used my skill on criminal awareness.
Okay, what? You say criminal awareness? Criminal awareness. What is that?
What does that mean?
It's a skill, but I forgot.
Like a ranger features.
Oh, primeval. They said criminal awareness.
Ranger.
I was like, what? No, primeval awareness. You can focus your awareness on the region around you, sense what kind of creatures are present within 1 mile of you. Would you like to use that?
I would like to use that.
Okay. You focus your energy. You close your eyes. You say whatever incantations you would like to say, or you stay silent. You use your routine. You stretch your arms out like you're an Osuke or something. And you sense that there are 2 types of enemies near you. There is an ooze, which you can assume is a slime mold, and there is a dragon.
There's a dragon. You know what? I keep this information to myself. And
oh my god!
What? Why, bro?
So you're gonna wait? Are you looking for an exit?
So like, remember I had like half of the map.
Yeah, you have the map. Yeah.
I'm just like looking through like what area I am. It's just like on that map.
Oh, okay. You're on the. You guys are on the. Now you're on the like basement level of the temple on the east wing. So you could, with your half of the map, you could take it to a presumed exit on the first floor, where you can see if there's actually like a temple common room very close by to you. That's like a central circular area that you could.
Hello?
Hey,
Hello?
Oh, you guys just cut off for like,
Yeah, for me too.
oh, I cut off. Okay. I was just saying that you guys are on the basement level. There's a common temple, like prayer room, that's pretty big that you guys could convene in and see if there's more treasure or see if there's an answer to the problem. Or you can exit out of the east side door.
Since there's no danger right now, I'm just gonna go over there and see if there's any books I can read.
There's books? Yeah, there's books you can read.
Are there any that might help us solve this problem?
Yeah, there's like religious books about this goddess that you could pick up, or you could pick up like survival guides.
I pick up the ones about the goddess and I see if there's anything related to ooze.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll for that. You flip the book, and you see that like you can kind of put two and together with the mural that you saw. That you, in order to stop this, you have to find like enough like treasure and place it into the arms of the statue outside.
I take this information and the knowledge that I gained from talking to everybody else, and I inform them, or at least I plan
Yes.
to inform them later on.
Yes. Yes.
you being the bad guy here. I'm just saying, you being the bad guy, like having all this information and everything. Now you'll all be fine.
Just being a menace.
So, what happened now?
Well, now you can take whichever path you choose to take, whether you leave or you gather all of the treasure to appease the goddess, or you go back to the guard captain Natalia. Your turn at any time. Yes.
I go over to the midget captain and say, and wave at her and say that I saw the black stuff on the wall turned into a slime that chased me and some two randoms down.
How is this
This
sociopath? Okay, she's like,